The session will be recorded, and same time the session will be shared. Every session will be recorded and every session will be shared. So once again, good afternoon all. Thanks for joining the session. So we're going to start with SAP FICO, right? And on two different things, we are going to start this particular FICO module. Actually, we are not supposed to call now as in module. Here we are going to call them as in components, even though we'll call number of times as in module. But remember that these are components now. They are no more calling. We are no more calling any module as module now. We're going to call them as a component. FI component, CO component. Clear? I'll give you why and what and everything. So we are going to see, as I said, that two different versions. Two different versions are there. One is on ECC, and another one is on S4HANA. This is on S4HANA. So both the things, this is, I can say that ECC is the older version and S4HANA, whatever you call it, as an latest version. So why ECC 6 actually? What is the difference between ECC 6 and S4HANA? Why we need to migrate? Why companies are migrating from ECC to S4HANA? That all we are going to discuss. Okay, before we we are going to enter into this particular topic. We have a quick introduction of each and every one, and we'll go ahead so that the coming 1.5 hours, 2 hours, it should be more interactive rather than monotonous, one way. Clear? So first, give me a simple introduction. Why you want this? Why you have chosen is this particular course, and what you are, where are you working? If you are working, then those things. Anyone can start, please.
I will start, Naveen. So, SAP is an I can say it's evergreen software for next 20 to 30 years minimum. It will be. So, starting the career in this platform will be good for us. And coming to my experience, I have 5 years of experience. I have worked 2 years in Genpact, and currently I'm working in Corteva. So I have worked on SAP FICO in all these 5 years, and currently I'm working on S4HANA in Corteva.
Okay. So you are into which any particular component, like any particular segment? You are the end user, right?
Yeah, I'm the
So
end
like,
user.
are you in accounts receivable or GL or AP?
I'm in accounts payable.
Sorry?
Accounts payable.
Okay, fine. Okay. Thank you. Okay, the next.
Hi Naveen, myself Vijay Lakshmi. I'm currently working for DuPont. I have 9 years of experience in the accounts payable department. I'm working as an end user in SAP.
Okay, so like SAP only, right? So why you
Yes.
want to choose this particular course?
First thing is like in this competitive world, we need to upgrade ourselves. That's what I feel. And as SAP FICO has huge demand and many opportunities are there, I just wanted to migrate myself from end user to consultant role.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Vijay Lakshmi. Next.
Hi Naveen, Vasanthi here.
Yeah, Vasanthi.
Hi all. I have around 13 plus years of experience in SAP. I'm currently working with Solanis. I'm into supply chain. I was in accounts payable in the previous years. I just wanted to learn SAP to enhance my skills because end to end I've done many projects. In the back end I've done many projects. I've done integrations. So now my next step to the next level in SAP would be like if I learn, the next, enhancements, whatever are happening in SAP, so that I can, sustain and survive in the current situation and in the competitive world. So that's where I thought I'll learn.
Okay, great. So you want to move to end user to consulting?
Yes.
Okay.
Consulting would be the next step, but then first I have to learn and then, practice what I have been learning.
Okay.
So then let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Thank you, Vasanthi.
Thank you.
And next.
Yeah, hi Naveen. My name is Shravani. Hi all. I have 4 years of experience. I used to work at Genpact and also Fortiva into accounts payable. I worked as a end user into accounts payable role, and I just want to enhance my skills into SAP as I have experience into SAP. So I just want to go for the next level and want to gain the knowledge into SAP.
Yeah. Shravani, last but not least, like this time zone is okay for you, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I can manage because I don't have any work actually. So I'm just utilizing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because you're not in India, so that's the reason I'm asking.
I'll manage.
Fine. Thank you. So before I'll introduce myself. Uh, and hope you know me. Like, hope everyone are able to see the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm Naveen Kumar Srishti. I have done my master's in commerce and as well as in business administration. So I'll come like regarding my certifications, I'll come later. So overall my experience regarding teaching, initially if I come with the teaching and training part, I'm having around 15 years of experience on teaching and different sort of trainings. Okay, again, there is a difference between teaching and trainings. I'll come to that. So, whom I used to teach from past 15 years in the sense, which is inclusive of, like I used to teach graduates and postgraduates, like regarding professional of all academic accounting part. So, I used to teach financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting. Uh, like as I mentioned here, financial accounting, management accounting, and cost accounting. So that fetched me an advantage to move. I said that I'm going to explain that I was started my career as an end user only. But okay, but due to this academic knowledge, I'm able to migrate myself from end user to consultant. Okay, so that was a major advantage. And same time, I'm having 4+ years of experience on delivering professional training programs on SAP FICO and on ECC and as well as S4 HANA platforms. So since from past 4 years, before that also I used to teach like, but not that expertise, not a professional way. But from past 4 years, I'm completely into the trainings on SAP total FICO, and SD modules on ECC and as well as on S4 HANA platforms. And when it comes to the experience part, the consulting or end user experience part, I'm having over 8 years of experience on SAP AP, accounts payable, GL, and asset accounting as an end user and support consultant experience. So out of these end user experience, I have done many migrations. So only that was related to completely uh, end user migrations. And later I have moved. I'm having 5+ years of consulting experience. Like when I was in my previous company, I have started a part-time, like a moonlight, whatever you call now. We are calling them as in moonlight. I have started from my home only, a freelancing consultant. I used to take projects from few African projects, and I used to do the consulting for them, implementation and support kind of thing. So that's the reason my experience overall increased to 5+ years of consulting experience on SAP FICO on ECC and as well as S4 HANA. So I'll say ECC and S4, ECC and S4 every time, because we are going to do the both the things. And started consulting career as a initially I've started my career as a freelancer consultant for South African companies and currently working as a lead consultant in one of the leading organization. So we are not supposed to reveal the name of the organization. So and everybody knows for which organization I'm working, but still. Okay. And I'm proficient in SAP FICO module. Like now in ECC version, the major change I'll tell you. We are talking about S4 HANA and ECC version. In S4 HANA, this FI and CO are two different modules in ECC version. Now we will talk what do you mean by ECC version. In earlier ECC version, ECC platform, FI is one module and CO was a separate module. But when it comes to S4HANA, this FI and CO are merged. Now it is considered as a single module. FICO, that's it, not FI/CO, FI and CO, not, it's FICO now. And I'm well versed with SD, okay, and on both the platforms, that is on S4HANA platform and as well as on ECC platforms. And I'm having experience on other ERP packages like Arkle, and I have knowledge on SQL part. And when it comes to this reporting structure, I have knowledge, and I'll take the trainings on Excel and as well as on Power BI and other ERP packages like Tally or whatever you call accounting packages. And out of my this 8 years of 5+ years of experience, I have involved in several implementation projects, several support projects, and testing projects. Right now, currently, I'm tied up with my current organization. I have tied up with 2 different projects. One is a Chevron project, which is Texas based, and same time I'm tied up with Apple project also. So 2 projects I'm doing. One is in one implementation project, customized implementation project. Apple's is customized implementation project I'm involved. And in Chevron, I am into a testing project, lead testing project. I'm leading one testing project here. So this is about me. Any questions? And regarding my certifications. So the certifications which I've done is SAP Global Certified Consultant I am. And I have done ECC certifications of FI and CO. And same time, I have done my S4HANA certifications also. Same, whatever you call management. Now we call it as in CO, as in S4HANA, we call it as in management accounting and financial accounting. So both the platforms I have done certifications, ECC and as well as S4HANA. And I am Scrum Master certified. So I'm looking for now advanced Scrum Master certification too. So this is about me. This is about my training experience and as well as the consulting experience. Any questions on this? Any questions regarding?
So, Naveen, after completing the trainings, do we get the certificate from Excelity?
Exceletics, you will get it, but again, I advise you, if some institutes are saying that we will provide you a certificate, in the sense, definitely, yeah, you will get it, not an issue, participation certificate or course completion certificate, but definitely it's not at all useful. No one cares. Because in the market, in printing press or somewhere, by paying 200-300 rupees, you will get any sort of certifications on any module. Clear, definitely you will get it a certification, but the global certification is valid. I'll show you that how to apply, what is the cost of global certification, clear, and who are eligible to do the certifications. That all I'll explain in our next this thing today itself, in the today's session.
Okay,
Clear?
Naveen. Yeah.
This is about me. Any other questions from anyone? Anyone?
No, Naveen.
Yeah. So when it comes to SAP, what is SAP? What is SAP? Sorry?
SAP is a platform where we record all the work which we have been doing, which we are doing in the business.
Okay.
From the, if we take as in accounts payable, from the invoice comes, and then whatever entries it has to recorded in the automatic recording of each entry which we have, each posting which we are doing, it has to get reflected in those books. So it is a kind of a tool where we use to record all our transactions.
So we have several, whatever softwares are there, systems are there. Why SAP is the leader in the market? Why? Majority, Fortune 1000 companies, 750 companies, if you take Fortune 500 companies, if you take, all companies are using their system, or you call it as in software, right? Or you call it as an application. all are using SAP only. Why?
In one SAP, you have different modules for HR, FI, and everything at one place.
Mhm.
So probably because of that, it is more.
Okay. So when you compare with SAP, other softwares like whatever available in the market, dedicated softwares are there. For example, if you take finance module, right? Finance and controlling module, you have a separate Oracle financials, right? When you take now JD Edwards, however, it is overtook by Oracle itself. So if you take purchasing and purchasing department, right? Production and purchasing, we have a software called system called BAN, right? So those, if you buy all together, the cost itself is relatively cheaper when it compared to SAP. But still, companies are going to SAP only.
SAP is more accurate and it's user friendly. It is not a data capturing thing. It's user friendly and I guess it's yeah, very accurate.
Okay, that's the 1 point accurate. But what SAP stands for? What
You
exactly?
mean the full
Sorry,
form of SAP? No?
a bit louder, please.
You mean the full form of SAP?
Exactly, abbreviation, whatever I call.
System applications and products for
I'll
data.
open one Word document for everybody's benefit so that we can record in that. You are saying SAP system
System applications and products for data processing.
and products, right?
Yeah,
And products in
data processing.
data processing. You're able to see the screen, right?
We can see the green screen
No,
which
Okay.
you were showing SAP FICO.
Resolution. Now,
No, Naveen, we
We
cannot
can see only the SAP FICO screen.
okay, I'll share
now.
once again. I'll share the screen.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Like you are able to see the Word document, right?
yes.
Yes.
So you're saying system, application, and products in data processing, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone accepts this? Yes. System, everyone accept this is the correct abbreviation? System, application, and products in data processing. Yes, no, or may not be.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll come to you. See, here it's
Yes.
half correct. It's half correct. Why half correct in the sense here? It's not system. The abbreviation is right. Okay, it's not a system. SAP stands for, and one more thing again before I'll start, never ever pronounce it as in SAP. Never ever pronounce it as an SAP, right? It's an normally according to my knowledge, in native German, it's a German product. SAP is developed in Germany, so native German language, SAP means pig. Clear? So, and it's not a word, it's an abbreviation. So that's the reason never ever pronounce it as in SAP. It's a first correction. What if you are pronouncing correct, but still I'm telling you why we are not supposed to pronounce it as in SAP in the sense. The first thing is it's not a word, it's an abbreviation. And abbreviation, we never use it as a word. And same time, it's a German product, right? And in native German, or they'll call SAP means, which means nothing but pig, right? So SAP, as I said, that it's an abbreviation. So here it's a system. Is that system, but it's not system, it's a systems. There is a difference, system and systems. Okay, and same time, applications, not application, systems, applications, and products, whatever you're saying. So here, systems, applications, and products in data processing. Why we are calling, why is that system? Then what is the difference? Okay, even though it's a system or systems, what is the difference? So what do you mean by systems in the sense? It's a multiple systems. Systems means combination of multiple systems. Multiple systems. Clear? Why we are calling it as in multiple systems? Why we are calling it as in multiple systems? Combination of multiple systems. So why? In the sense, in day-to-day organization, in day-to-day, or for example, we are having one organization, we are working for one organization, right? So here, in day-to-day our business, for example, my business is ABC business. My organization name is ABC organization. So in day-to-day, we will do number of transactions in a single day. So we are going to interact with number of customers. We are going to interact with customers. We are going to interact with vendors. Okay. Banks. Banks, right? Income tax department. Next one, legal departments. Vendor. So in day-to-day, our organization is going to do the transaction between number. These are the simple example which I'm taking. So my organization, ABC organization, in day-to-day, we will do transactions with the customers. We are going to do transaction with vendors. We are going to do transaction with our banks for deposits, loans, or whatever withdrawals and all. We are going to interact with our income tax department. And for few transactions, we are going to interdependent on, we are going to do the transactions on different legal departments, right? And few more people or organizations we are going to interact. Correct? Okay. So here SAP is capable. So here SAP is not on SAP is capable to interact with only one system. Okay. SAP is not only capable to interact with one system, it is capable to communicate with number of systems. So here systems are classified as per SAP. Systems are classified into two different types. What is that? One is SAP system. Okay. And other one is non-SAP systems. Means whoever are using SAP, that is nothing but communication between SAP to SAP. That is called SAP systems. And other than SAP means few organizations, few departments, not departments, with whom customer is not using SAP. He is using another ERP or another software. Okay. And but still we are able to do the transaction between this customer. Vendor system. Vendor is using different system. Banks are using different system. Income tax department is using different system. Legal department is using different system. But even though we are using SAP, SAP is capable or can communicate not only with SAP systems, it can capable to communicate with non-SAP systems also. So that's the reason we are calling here systems, not its system. If I say system, then it's able to communicate with only one system, that is SAP to SAP. But SAP is not like that. It can be communicate with number of systems. So that's the reason we call it as in systems. So for example, customer using a different software. Okay. So here customer is using, as I said, that JD Edwards ERP. Okay. Vendors are using, for example, some other XYZ software or BAN. Banks are using Tally. Okay. Income tax department is using GST system. And legal department are using XYZ, some X system. Clear? And we are using ABC organization is using SAP. Right? So here we will do sales to customers, we will do purchases to vendor from, we will purchases from vendors, we will do cash deposits or loans or cash withdrawal with the banks, right? And we will do some sort of tax payments, right? Tax input tax we will taken back, right? And we will do some lot of legal transactions. Okay, these are the different things we are going to do with the different departments, but we are doing the transactions in SAP. So SAP is able to communicate with SAP system and as well as non-SAP systems. So normally we call it as in legacy systems. In general, legacy is nothing but older systems, older versions normally in general. But when it comes to SAP terms, SAP can able to communicate with SAP systems and as well as legacy systems, non-SAP systems. Clear? So that's the reason we call it as an systems. Any questions on this? Any questions?
No, Naveen.
Right? So why we are calling it as in systems? SAP is capable. If you say system, then what does it means? What does it mean?
A single user.
Communicate to. Only with a single system only it can able to communicate. So SAP to SAP, that's it. Right. But here it's not like that. SAP can send the data to different systems and same time it can receive the data from different systems. Okay. And how it's going to be send the data to different systems, how it is receives the data. So like what is the EDI platforms and everything we will see in practical. Okay. Right. So it's a combination of multiple systems, applications. What do you mean by applications here? What do you mean by applications? What do you mean by applications? Any idea?
The modules which we use for our day-to-day activities.
Correct. So here, when you take, I'm saying it applications. This is very important. It's not an application. Application, normally we call it as a module, as you said. Right? If I take, I'm using, my organization is using Oracle. Okay, if my company is using Oracle, Oracle is specialist in financials, Oracle financials. Okay, and other software we have BAN. This is also another system. So this is for purchasing transactions and production transactions. This will record only purchasing transactions and production transactions. Okay, and when it comes to JD Edwards, it deals with sales transactions. Sales transactions. When it comes to PeopleSoft, it completely deals with HR, completely HR transactions. Right? So these are the dedicated systems which are depends on finance department or purchasing. Oracle is for finance department, BAN is for purchasing department and production department, JD Edwards only dedicated for sales department, PeopleSoft is for HR department. Right? So here, okay, my organization, as I said, that when it compared to SAP, these softwares or these systems are relatively cheaper than SAP. But what if in my organization, ABC organization, if I am using these different softwares, what would be the disadvantage?
Data
For
management.
different, yes, data management. For different
What do
things,
you
with
mean by
different
data management?
applications. For different modules, you have to use different applications to track. And you have to toggle between different applications at once.
Correct.
So it'll become a little difficult.
Difficult in the sense, same thing. Oracle is developed on a different operating system and different programming language, right? You know that any application need to develop on few different operating system, okay, different programming language, right? So the programming language of Oracle maybe differ from Barn programming language maybe differ from JD Edwards. JD Edwards programming language differ from PeopleSoft. So what happens if programming languages are different? So for example, if I take in an organization, same ABC organizations, I used to take one example. For example, as there are 4 different departments are there for finance. So in same ABC department, there is a guy who speaks only Telugu. He doesn't know any other language. Same thing, purchasing and production department, the person who knows only English, other than English, he doesn't know any other language. I'm taking as a programming language. When it comes to sales transactions, this person knows only Tamil, nothing else. And here if I come, HR department, for example, this person know only Hindi. Apart from this, he doesn't know any other language. So what would be the difference? All are working for one organization under one roof. So what would be the problem?
The communication between the departments would be difficult.
Very difficult. Like this, see, all are interdependent transactions because this is one department, but some are other how this department needs to depend on purchasing department. Purchasing department need to depend on sales department, and all 3 departments need to depend on HR department. All these 3 departments again need to depend on finance department. Correct? So here what happens? The person who doesn't know other than Telugu, then he's not able to communicate his transaction to other departments. So here, due to programming language is different, so that's the reason integration is not possible. We are calling the term called integration. The term we call it as an integration is not possible. Communication is not possible because of the features, their attributes. But when it comes to SAP is an integrated software. You can call it as how SAP is a superior than any other ERPs or any other applications or any other systems, in the sense SAP, the major feature is integration. It can integrate to all different modules, whatever modules are available in SAP. We call it as in components. It can be integrate with all the components, interdependent components. Why? Because it's developed on a single programming language. Clear? So SAP supports not only one, as I said that Oracle is dedicated for finance. Only one module it will support, or one component it will support. Same BAN, it supports purchasing and production, not any other. If I want to get any purchase related reports in Oracle, can I get it? Or any sales related reports, if I want to get, is it possible? Or if I want to get any HR related reports in Oracle, is it possible? No, right?
No.
Because it is meant for only finance reports only. Finance and few of controlling transactions. If I'm using PeopleSoft HR, so in HR module, in PeopleSoft, can I get any finance reports?
No.
Other than HR reports, I can't get any other thing. Clear? But SAP is not like that, right? SAP is not dedicated to one particular component or one particular module. It supports total 36 different applications, 36 different modules. 36 different modules. Main modules to submodules. 36 different modules means nothing but 36 different applications. Nothing but 36 different departments. Right? It's nothing but 36 different components. Hope you got my point. Right? SAP. If you want to use in your finance department, you can use SAP Finance and CO module. Right? If you want to use purchasing, then we have MM module and SD modules, like whatever we call. Right? HR module, dedicated HR module is there. So like that, SAP is having 36 different components, different modules. So it supports from small organizations to very big organization. If you take any big organization, okay, probably they may have 12 to 13 departments, not more than that. If you take Reliance Group of India, group of companies, hardly in each legal department, they'll have 10 to 12 departments, not more than that, or max to max 15 departments. And SAP supports all the departments. So that's the reason this particular unique feature of integration makes SAP superior than any other systems or any other ERP products. This is clear. So this is a single feature makes it very superior. Fine, everyone. So when it comes to, we know now why it's known as an application. Why we are calling it as an applications. Now you got it, right? It is not supports only a single module. It supports number of modules or number of components, number of departments. So that's the reason if you say system and application, now you can say Oracle. Is it system application? Can I call it as an Oracle is dedicated for? Oracle is dedicated for?
Only for finance.
And
It's
so we
only
can
a
call
single
it as an
application.
application. Right. We can't call them as an applications. Clear? And products. When I call it as in products, what do you mean? Why we are calling it as in products in the sense? See, again, SAP is not restricted to one product. It not only support only one product, it supports number of products, means number of businesses. So if you take manufacturing businesses, right? Traded businesses. Next one, service businesses. Like in the traded, again, we will call it as in pharmaceutical. Okay, same time real estate. Okay, see here, normally as per this thing, the concerns are broadly classified into three categories. Three different categories. One, what is that? Manufacturing concern, traded concern, and service concerns. Hardly the concerns are businesses are classified into three different concerns. One is a manufacturing concern, another one is a traded concern, and another one is a service concern. Manufacturing concern is nothing but they will buy the raw material in there and they will convert into a finished product. Clear? And what do you mean by traded organizations? Traded organizations in the sense they won't manufacture the product. They will buy the finished product in one market and they will sell into the another market. So those are nothing but traded. That could be anything. That could be anything, right? So that applicable for traded business in the sense nothing but real estate. If you say they will buy land from one person and they'll sell to another person, right? Traded in the sense for whatever product is manufacturing on the globe to sale, to reach the customer. So to all the products, we can use SAP. Service sector. If I'm not taking goods or goods, then for all services, hospitals, pharmaceuticals, clear, even pharmaceuticals deals with the products, right? So all the service sectors also, they can use SAP in their organization. Traded and non-traded sectors can use SAP. So that's the reason it is not restricted to one particular product. It can be handled with number of products. Clear? Any questions? SAP.
No, Naveen.
Right? Systems, applications,
No.
and products. In data processing. In data processing, here again, what does the data? As I said that, so whatever data is received from different systems, whatever data is received, data is nothing but, what do you mean by data? Raw information. We can't come to a conclusion by looking at that. So that will be taken from different departments or different systems, right? From customers, from vendors, banks, income tax department, legal department. So the data will be taken, and the same time from different applications, from different departments, the data will be taken, and from different products, whatever business is doing, different sales or purchases or whatever it is. So the data will be taken and the complete, it will club together and it will be processed. Okay, and generate different reports required by the organization. So that's the reason we call it as a data processing. Systems, applications, and products in data processing. Is this clear? So do you know that how many reports in SAP can provide how many reports, standard reports? It provides more than 2000 standard reports, not customized reports. I'm telling you, standard reports. SAP can generate more than 2000 standard reports, and customized reports, there is no limit. We can customize according to our requirement. Clear, everyone? So that's the reason this particular feature, the naming itself clearly says that systems, application, and products in data processing is nothing but any organization. Okay, main thing is they want to have more and more crystal clear reports. As you said, it's an accurate one. What is the need of accuracy? Because at the end, whatever reports we are expecting, that should be accurate. So how you will get an accurate report? Because here all the systems, as you know, that whatever dependency is there, right? Whatever transactions we are going to do with the different organizations or different people, and whatever business, whatever departments are there, whatever transactions they are doing, and whatever products the organization are dealing. So all the data should be processed and it should provide the accurate report. So that's the reason it is named as an systems, applications, and products in data processing. Any questions?
No, Naveen.
No.
Clear? So that only, it's not only SAP. Normally people said SAP, again, we'll start up with the things, but this is the main in-depth explanation of this 3 letters. All right. So again, this is called SAP is a #1 ERP product now. These all are ERPs. These all are ERPs. This is one ERP. This is one ERP. This is one ERP. JD Edwards is one ERP. What is ERP? What's an ERP is? What's an ERP?
The software which an organization uses.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a system what we call, but ERPs. What
Full
is
form.
exactly ERP? Now the era is ERP era. The ERP era. We call this era as ERP era till, as you said, that 30-40 years. Till that, the ERP era will exist.
Electronic.
No, it's an enterprise resources and planning. Clear? ERP stands for, E stands for, I'll give you the complete PPT for that. E stands for enterprise, R stands for resources, P stands for planning. See, any organization success depends on the utilization of its available resources. Any organization, right? It could be a smaller one or a big one, right? Any organization success depends upon how it is utilizing its resources in a fuller extent by minimizing the loss and maximizing the profit. Okay, that is called an ERP. Again, I'll come with the basics of ERP. I'll show you. I have prepared one PPT for that. So before understanding SAP, we need to understand what exactly the ERP is. This is not. Yeah. See, as I said that just now I mentioned the same thing. We have number of other ERP. There are thousands of ERPs are available in the market. Thousands of ERPs. I am just showing 3 or 4, but as Tally, if you're taking our local Indian market, Tally is also one ERP. Wings is also one ERP. Even we call it as an accounting software, but they now move it from accounting software to dedicated accounting software to ERP software. Clear? So here, as I said that other ERPs available in the market, the leading ERPs in the market is SAP, Oracle, BAN, JD Edwards, and PeopleSoft. We'll discuss in depth on each and every this thing. So what is the need of ERP? As I said that ERP stands for, just if you want to write it down. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay. So here, as I said that same time, what is the need of ERP actually? What is the need of an ERP? Right? So here in an organization, there will be several departments. As you know that we call it here in a recipe, we call it as an modules, we call it as an departments, or we can call it as an components, or we can call it as an modules. Already we said, right? So for example, in an organization, there is a sales department, inventory department, production and planning department, right? Shop floor, where shop floor is nothing but where manufacturing takes place. And same time, finance department and HR department. So these are the few departments I took. Example, it could be more than that. Okay, so these are the different departments are there. And in my organization, there are 2 types of softwares we can use. There are 2 types of softwares we can use. What are those in the sense? The softwares are broadly classified into 2 different types. Okay. Decentralized system software. Decentralized system software. And centralized system software. 2 softwares. If you ask someone how many types of software, in the sense people will take Java, C++, programming language, all programming languages, they'll take it as a software. No, the softwares are broadly classified into 2 different types. One is decentralized system software and centralized system software. Okay, what is the difference between this decentralized system software and how centralized system is superior or overcome decentralized system software? So that we will see. See here, types of software. There are 2 types of softwares: decentralized system software and centralized system software. So what exactly decentralized? Decentralized system software means where data maintained locally. So whatever departments are there, as I said that finance department, HR department, sales department, production and planning department, shop floor, clear HR. So whatever data is there, okay, locally they will maintain the data. Means HR department data will be there only for HR. Only HR department will know the details of HR. And finance department details will known by only the finance department people who are working under them. Sales department data will be there only with the sales department. It will not be communicated to other departments. So that kind of software, we'll call it as a decentralized system software, where data is maintained locally. Clear? So the same thing, where data maintained locally. Each department maintains their own data. The other departments will not have access to other department information. Due to that, there is no free flow of data or communication from one department to another department. Clear? So where again, the organization's success will depend upon the communication between the dependent departments is free flow, then that particular organization success will be more. When it comes to there is no free flow of communication between the departments. Clear this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The same thing what I said is A company is using Barn for production and same Barn for purchases, Oracle Finance for finance, JD Edwards for sales, PeopleSoft for HR. So different applications, whatever we saw. So different softwares they are using for each different department. As we said that Tamil, Telugu, the persons who are working, there will not be any communication because of the other person doesn't know the other language. So what would be the happens? I have taken one example. For example, a customer wants some product on an urgent basis. A customer wants a product on urgent basis. So here, whatever departments are there, they are maintaining different softwares in each department, and there is no proper communication flow outflow, right, of each department. The communication is not flowing freely from one department to another department. So here customer wants a product on an urgent basis, and he will approach to sales department. Okay, so normally sales department is nothing but your front office or whatever showroom or whatever you call. So that is a sales department. So customer wants the product on urgent basis, right? So he'll approach the sales department. So sales department doesn't have the product available in showroom. So for that, to whom they need to reach out? They need to reach out two people, two departments. One is production and planning department and go down department. We have a go down, right? The products will be not in showroom, then that should be there in the go down. So the department is different. And here the production will be taken place. This is nothing but sourcing department. So here sales department checked in their organization. So here in their showroom, the product is not available. So if they check, they don't have information about inventory department and as well as production and planning department, because these people are using different softwares, different system, and these two departments are using different software. So what they will do, they will manually go to this inventory department, and same time they'll go to production and planning department. So here the time I'll explain like this. See here, customer approaches sales department for some product on an urgent basis. Sales department doesn't have a real-time information on the availability of the product. Sales department, so they don't have any information. So sales department will approach inventory department. It may take some time. Because of that, the customer may reach to other vendor, because it may take 1 day or 2 days time. If he says that, okay, now the product is not available with us, I need to check with my go down. It may take 1 day or 2 days time. You can come back after 2 days. So customer will go like that and will come back after 2 days. Will he come back like that?
May or may not.
Because we are not the monopolies in the market. We are not the monopolies in the market. So he won't, as I said, that he need an urgent basis. So what he will do, he will search for other vendor, and what he will do, he will buy from there. Yes or no?
Yes, Naveen.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So customer, same thing, as I said, that customer may reach to other vendor. So what is the disadvantages for this? We are loss of revenue. We lost our revenue, and same time, first impression is the best impression. What customer feels that customer dissatisfaction. So next time, definitely he feels that if he want a product again, then definitely he won't approach us, because he knows that if he reaches us, then we'll say that we don't have that particular product. So next time he won't visit. Correct? So next, what is the third disadvantage? In case the product is out of stock, means, okay, we approached both the departments, inventory department and production and planning department. They said that the product is not available, neither in inventory department nor with the production and planning department. Then in case the product is out of stock, then the sales team will approach production and planning department to manufacture the product, because as a sales department is nothing but a requester. So they will give the request to buyer's department or a procurement department, that is nothing but sourcing department. We call this purchasing department or production and planning department as a, in SAP terminology, we call them as a procurement department or sourcing or buyer's department. So this sales department will reach to production and planning department to manufacturing the product for future purpose. So the customer may come after 10 days or 20 days. So the product is not available as per the demand. We want this product in our showroom. So they approached. Next, what would be the decentralization difficulty in the sense? The production and planning will check for the availability of raw material. Means to produce that particular product, what they want, they need a raw material. So they will check the raw material to produce the product. The raw material information separately maintained. As I said that it's a decentralized. The availability of raw material information will be separately maintained in production and planning department separately, and as well as in inventory department separately. Both will maintain the raw material information. Clear? Inventory department. This leads to data duplication. So in software, the space memory is very, very important. How much memory you are saving. Clear? We will talk what is the importance of memory. Clear? So because the speed of your work will depends upon your memory, right? And here the data duplicate, both are maintaining one sort of information in different system, right? So this leads to data duplication. Next, according to inventory department, the raw material is available. Whatever data in inventory department is maintaining, according to them, the raw material is available. But according to P&P, that is nothing but purchasing and planning department database, the raw material is not available, right? Purchasing and planning department checked the raw material information in their system. According to them, the raw material is not available. The raw material is not available. Then what production and planning department will do? Because they will trust on their own database rather than other database. So they'll feel that, okay, the raw material is not available. Then what immediately they won't go and check with the inventory department whether the raw material is available or not, because they trust on their own database. What they will do? Production and planning department will search for the vendor. Who can supply the raw material. Okay. And they enter into an agreement with the vendor. They will take they will enter into an agreement with the vendor. So due to this, what is happening? Does the organization having inventory or not? Sorry, raw material is having with the organization or not?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
But
yes.
still, because of decentralized system, due to this, already raw material is available. Again, we are buying the extra raw material. So due to this, the inventory cost goes up. So this is the major disadvantage. And same time, when raw material or inventory is received by the shop floor. So normally what happens? Whatever raw material we ordered, means purchase and planning department order, that raw material will directly go to the shop floor where manufacturing takes place. Clear? Right. We will give the address. Billing address is one and shipping address is another one. So we will say that, okay, bill need to send to finance department and the raw material need to ship to what we call shop floor. That is nothing but where manufacturing take place. So when raw material or inventory received by the shop floor, so till receiving, they are not aware that the raw material is coming. The shop floor department is not aware, is not going to aware that the material is coming to them. Okay, they realize that once they receive, they realize that there is a shortage of labor to manufacture the product because they don't have a labor. So what they will do immediately, shop floor approaches the HR department to recruit temporary labor to manufacturing this raw material to finish the product. So immediate they want temporary labor, they want in the sense compared to market price, they will get in little higher price, which will be higher than the market rate. So labor cost goes up. Understood this particular point?
Yes. Yes.
So same time, so production and planning department. Now, production and planning department, normally we will purchase the goods or services from vendor on a credit basis. So here production and planning department knows that we need to pay to this particular supplier. We need to pay to this particular supplier. The data with the information is there only with the production and planning department. But who will pay the amount? Which department has to pay the amount to vendor?
Finance.
Finance. So here production and planning department fails to update the finance department on time regarding raw material which are purchased from the vendor on credit basis. So here production and planning department failed to update whatever raw material purchased from which vendor and what is the amount they have. So finance department will not able to, when finance people will realize, in the sense, when vendor sends the invoice, they realize that they need to pay them. So finance department will not able to pay on time to vendor. So what is the difficulty? It may leads to legal actions and loss of reputation in the market. So the vendor spreads that we won't get, if we give a credit to this particular organization, we won't get on-time payments, or we may lose discounts, or we may have a penalties, and it may lead to illegal actions. So this is the issue with decentralized system software. If we are using, means people can say that, okay, but we can use all our ERPs only, but why we need to use only a centralized system software? In the sense, whatever decentralized software we are using, so these difficulties the companies will face. Okay, so now we will check with what a centralized system software. If a company maintains a centralized system software, then the data, whatever disadvantages are there in decentralized, that would be an advantages for all, or advantages for centralized system software, will be maintained at central level, and data will be shared with all the departments. So no department will not to check any information. We need not to depend on any third party, any department. We can the data will be stored in centrally, so we can check the information will available for everyone. For example, if you want to check something on Google, so is it free for everyone or not?
Yes.
The same way, right? So departments will have access to get the data of other departments, which means the real-time data can be accessed among all the departments. So how it's going to work? The same thing I have explained. Okay, same thing, centralized system software, in the sense, the picture looks like that. See, there is a centralized system software. The sales department will update their information in centralized system. Production, HR department, shop floor, inventory department, finance, everyone will store their information in centralized system, ERP. Okay, so here centralized system software, same thing. I'm taking the same example. Customer reaches to sales department for some products, and he needs an urgent basis. Same thing, right? Sales department will have a real-time information. They need not to depend on inventory department nor a production and planning department, right? So they have a real-time information about the availability of the product. The data is updated by inventory department in centralized system. Okay, sales department will be able to replies to customer on time, which leads to increase in revenue and customer satisfaction or customer delight. Correct? Immediately we will say that, okay, if the product is available or not, we will check in the system. If product is available, immediately we will take and we will give it to customer. So we are not wasting customer time nor our time. So what happens? We can do on time sales, so that which leads to increase in our revenue and same time customer satisfaction. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Same thing, in case the product needs to be manufactured, then sales department updates in centralized system for production of goods. Okay, production and planning department updates in centralized system about requirements and checks for the availability of raw material. which is updated by inventory department. Both will update regarding the raw material. Okay, thus the data. So both are not maintaining separately. They are maintaining in one system only. So that's the reason it avoids the data duplication. And accurate data will be available. Okay. So shop floor also updates the manpower status regularly. How many workers are there? How many people are ready to produce the product, right? So everything will be updated by the shop floor people on a regularly in centralized system, which can be accessed by HR department on a regular basis. In case of shortage of manpower, then HR team will start the process of recruitment on time to hire the suitable candidates at market price. Thus, the labor cost will go down, right? Vendor can submit their invoices directly in centralized system, which can be accessed by finance department. With that, the finance department can make the payments on time to vendor. With that, possible legal actions can be avoided, and reputation will also increase in the market. Clear? So these are the key benefits. Real-time information will be there on with all the department. Revenue generation, data duplication can be avoided, customer satisfaction, labor cost will be reduced, on-time payments to vendor, inventory cost can be reduced, legal actions can be avoided. Any questions? This is about ERP. Means whatever resources, nothing but departments are there, how we are utilizing fuller extent. The planning is nothing but ERP. ERP is nothing but centralized system software. Any questions now understood? So even Oracle is also ERP, but what extent it will not have a full information on all. It is end-to-end solution it will give on finance one. End-to-end solution for finance only, not any other. Even though it's an ERP, but what is the solution it can give? It will give you the complete solution from finance activities. And when it comes to PeopleSoft, it will give you end-to-end solution regarding HR activities. End-to-end solution. If your organization is dealing only with HR, nothing else, right? HR companies will be there, right? Recruitment companies, consulting companies, then they don't require any sort of SAP because their thing is only the recruitment part. Then dedicatedly, they will take only PeopleSoft. Clear? So there would be some dedicated, few companies dedicatedly, they will depend on only production and purchasing things. Then they need not to depend on this one, SAP or something. They can directly go with the BAN. Same thing, some companies have only dedicated only sales. So instead of taking SAP, they will take only JD Edwards. If I want only the finance thing, then instead of going to SAP, I'll go with Oracle Financials. But how many organizations are like that? In companies now, at least each and every company, small company, will have at least 4 to 5 or 10 departments. 5 departments, minimum 3 departments. So that's the reason SAP, only the SAP centralized software which is available in the market now, in the sense it's only SAP. So that's the reason it is superior, more powerful than any other systems in the market. Clear, everyone? Any questions on this ERP part?
No questions.
No, no.
Yes, please. No questions, right? So here again, I'll come with your SAP. Now you understood what is ERP, why SAP is considered as an ERP, right? What exactly SAP is, right? The integration. So because it's a number one ERP, why? Because the unique feature of SAP is it's an integration with all different components or all different modules or all different departments. That is the unique feature which SAP is having. So that's the reason it is making more powerful when compared to any other ERPs or any other systems or any other competitors. Okay. So again, I'm telling you, SAP is German product. SAP is a German product, and this is developed by, and again, it's an old story. It's need not to remember. If you want, you can check this. So SAP stands for, again, we are seeing systems, applications, and products in data processing, right? So this is developed by a company called SAP AG. SAP AG. This SAP is developed by a company called, they made their product name as their company name. Okay, so why? I'll tell you that. SAP AG. So normally in India, we call it as an limited companies, public limited, private limited. And when it comes to US, all US companies, they'll at the end, they will close with corporations, incorporations, Microsoft Corporation. Because you can see how you can recognize if it is a limited, then it is nothing but a Indian company, right? If it is corporation or incorporation, then that is nothing but US. Right? When it comes to European countries, they will have a AG, SAP AG. AG stands for nothing but AG, which is nothing but which suits like limited or right, private limited or public limited, whatever, limited. Same thing in US, they'll mention it as a same corporation or incorporation. So all European companies, they will have AG. Clear? BMW AG, because it's the German product. So all European countries, the company's name ends with AG, limited companies. Okay, and it was founded by 5 ex-employees of IBM. And who has developed this? This is, again, it's an SAP also IBM product. SAP also IBM product. But initially, this SAP development was started in IBM. The what we call the development of this particular product was started with IBM only. But in the middle, they have left this product, development of this particular product, and whoever working, the employees who are working for this particular product in IBM withdrawn to develop this particular product. So what they did is they left the organization because they have kept a lot of efforts on this particular product to develop. So they left the organization and they have started, they took that particular product on their own and they have started development of that particular SAP product, right? And those founders are, their names, it's again, it's not required to remember all this, but for your information, I'm giving you Dietmar Hope, Hans Werner Hector, Klaus Wellner Ruther, Klaus Schira, and Plattner. So no interview, they are going to ask you who were the founders of SAP and all. Clear? But if you, unfortunately, you want to be a trainer, then definitely you should have a knowledge on this in future. So these are the 5 founders who developed SAP. Okay, and their company name is SAP AG and it is in German. Okay, so these are the person. He is Dietmar Hopp, Hector, Wellenrauter, Schira, and Plattner. These 5 people are developed this particular product. Okay, so SAP, again, I am telling you, SAP is a market leader in ERP software solutions. Just now we spoke. ERP, okay. SAP is the largest non-American software company by revenue. See, here we know that all the software companies, in the sense, we will see only at US. Clear? SAP is the largest non-American software company by revenue and the world's 3rd largest publicity traded software company by revenue. Okay, so this is actually 3rd largest company in the revenue, like as per 2019, this one news, but 2025, it's going to be a 2nd largest company, right? It's going to be overtake. First one is a Microsoft and 2nd is IBM and 3rd is SAP, because these IBM and Microsoft for US companies and SAP is German company. So if you take these 2, then SAP would be the number 1 company. In ERP market, if you take US companies also, SAP would be the number 1 company if you take only the ERP sector. But if you take compare software, then SAP would be the third largest company. So after 2025, as per the reports, latest reports, it's going to be the second largest company by its revenue. Even though there is a recession is going on, and it is not going to be affect SAP. Other softwares are going to be affected completely, the recession of next year 2023, but it's not going to be effect on SAP market, and especially Indian market. Clear, people are spreading rumors stating that it's going to be a huge recession in 2020. Yeah, it's there, but not in India. Is again not in India. It's not going. The recession is not going to be affect Indian market. Okay, UK is almost all crushed, right? Other Germany is also crushed almost, right? US is in almost again shaky. Complete software is shaky. But SAP market, if you take SAP market, it's not. This recession is not going to be affected. Okay, maybe it may affect 5 to 10%, and that is also temporary. Okay, so at headquarters, again, I'm telling you, largest German company by the market capitalization. Its headquarters is in Walmart in Germany, with the regional offices in 180 countries, and it is going to be increased soon in almost all 210 countries. The company has over 4,25,000 customers in over 180 countries. This is also going to be increased, and this is also going to be increased in 2023 end. Any other questions?
So, Naveen, Microsoft has MS Office and Power BI.
Right.
So, what are the software of IBM?
IBM is also the same thing. They are like, if you take IBM, what we call DB2, database 2. Clear? Oracle, same, it comes from IBM. They're normally based on the programming languages, IBM's. If you take what we call COBOL, that was developed by IBM only. Clear? The database is more from IBM only. Clear?
Yeah, Naveen.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? So here, again, I would like to go further with the Word document. So now, if I come to SAP, first of all, I'll before what is R1, R2, R3, before I'll explain. So I'll go with some sort of SAP versions, and again we will come in the next sessions. So what are the SAP different versions and history? So the first version was developed in the year 1972 and 1973. R1. I'll tell you what do you mean by R and what do you mean by 1 systems in 1973. So this was the failure version. This was not that successful. And again, 1979, they came up with R2 version. Okay. I'm just giving you this idea, that's it. And I'll tell you what is the differences between each and everything. And they came up with, in the year 1992, they came up with Enterprise Edition. Okay, the version in the year 1992. So from here, the customers were increased to SAP. Okay, so but in 2004, we call it as a revolutionary version of SAP. Okay, why and everything we will discuss in depth. So that is called ECC version. ECC stands for, probably you have seen SAP ECC. We are talking ECC. So this is ECC stands for, E stands for ERP, C stands for central, C stands for component. Central component, what we saw in ERP. Clear? See here, central component for all the departments, right? So ECC is nothing but E stands for ERP, C stands for central, and component. And they came up with 2005 ECC and EHP. ECC, now you know that this is the version 5 and this is the version 6. Whatever 6 version. In ECC, this is the latest version. enhancement package. They came up with a term called enhancement package. What do you mean by enhancement package? In the sense, for example, see, every time whatever they develop, in that they will find some sort of bugs or some sort of small issues. So they are going to really, they will overcome, they will rectify those bugs, and they will release new edition, new enhancement package, only cover to rectify only those small bugs, and they will release one package, enhancement package. So that is called EHP, ECC 6 with EHP 6 version. Now the latest version is on ECC 7 with EHP 7. Understood? ECC 6 is nothing but ERP central component 6 version, with EHP 6 is nothing but enhancement package. Means there is a EHP 5 was there. So there were some bugs in the EHP 5. So they rectified and they released the new enhancement package named as an EHP 6. Now I am saying that ECC 6 with EHP 7. So what does it mean? Whatever bugs were there in EHP 6, they came up, they rectified, and they released one enhancement package stating that EHP 7. Clear? Understood?
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes,
Understood.
Naveen.
Yes, yes,
What
no.
is the difficulty in the sense? See, SAP started in the year 1973. Now we are in 2022 or 2023. So see, as I said, that 1972 onwards, 73 onwards, SAP was having its own application, SAP application. But whatever application is there, that has to be stored somewhere, right? That has to be stored in somewhere. Okay, so SAP, even though it was most popular, most powerful till 2013, from 1972 to till 2013, it was dependent on third-party databases, right? This is more powerful, right? So if I'm doing something, I need to store somewhere. Okay, SAP didn't had its own database. SAP, even though it started in the year 1972, okay, by paying rents, it used to take third-party databases help. For something, they used to take, okay, Oracle database. What are the different databases they used to take? In the sense, not one database, they used to take different databases like Oracle database. Next one, SQL database, Microsoft, right? They used to take IBM DB2 database. Clear? So some of the things used to stored in Oracle database, some of the things used to stored in SQL database, some of the things used to stored in DB2 database. SAP used to pay rents or some amounts to these for taking the database help. So they used to pay them. Okay, and they realized that it's not secure, because these all are the competitors. Oracle is the competitor, IBM was the competitor, right? So, and the SAP was taking the help, or SAP is taking the tendency of database from its competitors itself. So in 2013, they realized and they announced in 2013 that we are no more in future, we are going to use these third-party databases. We are going to have our own database that is called HANA database. HANA database, right? HANA database. What do you mean by HANA? HANA is nothing but, HANA abbreviation is high performance analytical appliance. Remember this, HANA database, right? It is no more dependent on, so the complete version they announced in 2013, and they have developed in 2015. I'll give you what exactly the meaning of high performance you understood. Analytical appliance. Okay, what do you mean by an appliances? You can call it as an appliance or appliances, right? So it's more powerful, more faster, 1,000 times faster than this traditional databases. Now these are considered as a traditional database, and this is considered as a powerful database. I'm saying it's a 1,000 times faster, 1,000 times faster than the traditional databases, because it is not, see here what they used to do. For example, if I want to install HANA database in my system, clear, in my system, in the sense minimum RAM capacity, you know, that random access memory, memory based in memory concept. This is, we'll discuss in depth what is in memory and cloud and everything, on premise and everything. Okay, RAM capacity, if you want to install, at least minimum 250 GB. It's not hard disk. Now normally we will have RAM, how much RAM in our systems? Hardly 4 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM in our laptops, or 16 GB max to max. But to install SAP on HANA database, then we require 250 GB RAM minimum, I'm saying. Which is supercomputers only we can do that, not with the normal computers. Clear? So everything it will work on RAM. So that's the reason it's more faster. And here what they used to do in this particular database, the things will be stored in hard disk. Here the things will be stored in hard disk. So the things will be stored in hard disk. From hard disk, again it need to retrieve to RAM, and from RAM it need to show you as an output. But here the most of the things will be stored in the memory. So it won't store on hard disk. It will not stored on disk. It will directly stored in memory. And whatever we want, we can get retrieve the same in fraction of seconds. But in the traditional databases, if we want to access something, then the memory, first we need to ask the memory, and memory used to go to the hard disk, and from there memory used to access the data, and from there it used to display on your systems front end. Okay, so here, okay, so till here, sorry, so till ECC 6 with EHP 6 version, okay, whatever SAP was using, that is completely on traditional databases. That is on Oracle database or Microsoft database or Windows or whatever it is. IBM, or you can take it as an IBM also, the last one. Here, but they have released, SAP has released new enhancement package with SAP ECC 6, okay, with EHP 7. What is EHP 7? EHP 7 will work on traditional database and as well as SAP HANA database. That will work on traditional database and as well as an HANA database. Clear? And what we used to call now, in the year 2015, they have started, developed in 2013. Okay, so here they have developed, the database. As I said that there are 36 different modules are there. So all the 36 modules, is it possible to migrate everything on a HANA database? So it may take some time. So first in the year 2013, the FI part migrated from traditional database to third-party database. So at that particular point of time, we used to call as a simple finance. We used to call it as a simple finance. We never used to call it as an SAP FI. When the only FI part is migrated from traditional database to HANA database, then we used to call them as a simple finance. And later on, And from 2000 till in 2015, all the components, all the modules are migrated from, sorry, traditional database to HANA database. Is this clear? Anyone have a questions on this?
No, Naveen.
Right, I know it's little
No.
critical, but okay. So here we calling, okay, I understood now HANA. What is HANA? What is HANA?
Database.
Database. Whose database?
SAP.
SAP's database. But here I'm looking here S4. What is this S4? Right, in the market now, S4 HANA. What is, I understood now. SAP I know, right?
Server
HANA
for
I
HANA.
know. Sorry?
Server for HANA.
It's not server. It's, what does it mean in the sense? Whatever modules, 36 modules, whatever we discussed. Clear? So all the 36 modules, see, as I said that first one, which was migrated initially?
FI.
Which module is migrated?
FI.
FI, right? So
Yes.
earlier it
Yes.
was in traditional
Finance.
database, FI module, and that will migrated to HANA database. Correct? So here, then it will call it as in simple finance. Okay, now also we are calling it as in sometimes simple finance only. Okay, but the thing is, so after that, it's completely. FI is moved, and after that, other 36 modules also moved in 2015 from traditional database to, what is this? HANA database. So here S4. S4 is nothing but S stands for suite or suit, whatever you call. Suit, normally 4 stands for, we call it as in 2. There's nothing but we call it as in suite for HANA database. S stands for suite or suit, whatever you call. Suite for HANA database. Suite in the sense nothing but, what do you mean by suite room? Normally in restaurants or in hotels we call it as in suite room. What does it mean?
A luxury room.
Even then it's more than luxury. What does it mean?
Yes.
Luxury in the sense, for example, if you take, I'm just going out beyond the subject. See, one bedroom or room, or 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, prince room, right? Queen's rooms, like that. We will have what we call suite room. What do you mean by suite room in the sense? Suite room contains your kitchen, one hall, right? Bedrooms, right? A swimming pool, and everything, whatever a luxury house contains, everything it contains in that particular suite room. Everything. You need not to go out. So suite in the sense, so same thing here also, it stands for suite in the sense, whatever organizations are looking, whatever all application is looking, so everything will be there in this particular suite. For HANA, 4 stands for, it's nothing but for HANA database, and sometimes we call it as a 4th generation HANA database. R3, R1, R2, R3 are the 3 generations, and this one is the completely new one, new thing. So we call it as in 4th generation. Either you can call it as in suite for HANA, or you can call it suite 4th generation HANA database. Understood, everyone? Suite for HANA, suite for HANA, whatever its terms. So whatever SAP now it is there. So here EHP6, EHP7, right? Which suite for the traditional databases, and it's suite for HANA database, right? If someone is saying, I am good at HANA, so what does it mean? I am taking care of HANA. What does it mean? I'm taking care of HANA. What does it mean? What kind of his role? Yes, what kind of his role would be normally?
Maintaining the data.
Database,
Maintenance.
exactly. He's not into functional, he would be a technical person. HANA database. Database administrator. We'll talk more about these roles and everything. Sorry, spellings. Okay, if someone is saying, I'm good at S/4HANA, what does it mean? What does it mean? What was
So
this?
back-end work of
Not
application.
backend work, it's nothing but module component. Any of the component, it could be FICO, it could be MM. So he may good at FICO, or he may good at MM, he may good at PP, or whatever different modules are there. So he may good at not on database. He's good at the functional modules, functional components. Clear, everyone? If someone is saying I'm good at HANA or I'm taking care of HANA, is nothing but he's a technical guy. If someone is saying that I'm working on S/4HANA, then he's nothing but a functional consultant. He's a technical consultant, and our cup of tea is this one, not this. Clear, everyone?
Yes, Naveen.
Yes.
Initial level, I'll ask more and more times because our rapport should be in the same. So initial level, I'll ask whether it's clear or not, because this is very important to understand. Okay, so this is S/4HANA. So here, after that, after 2015, so here you're able to see that this is nothing but, you need not to take care of this, but here SAP S/4HANA 1511. Okay, the latest version is 2009, sorry, 2209. So what does it mean in the sense? The first two digits will be year, and the second two digits is nothing but month. So here SAP S/4HANA launched with complete suite for HANA is released in 2015 November. And after that, next version was released in 2016 October month. And here Apple, you know Apple, right? They becomes a partner for SAP. And the Apple becomes a partner for SAP. You check, Apple will release its new product in the month of September, and same time SAP will also release its new enhancement package in the month of September. So from here, every year 1709, nothing but 2017 September, 2018 September, 2019 September, 2020 September, 21 September, 22 September. Okay, 22 September, 23 September, right? The enhancement packages are going to be released. And SAP is having a crystal clear roadmap till 2030. Crystal clear roadmap. What has to be introduced and what bugs has to be rectified. So they have a crystal clear roadmap. So here, see, for example, till now, 80% companies, whatever companies, Fortune companies are using SAP, clear? So most of the company, 80% of the companies are still using traditional database, not migrated to S/4HANA database. Not S/4HANA, HANA database. 80% I'm telling you, 20% only migrated from traditional database to HANA database. But still 80% are still using traditional databases only. So SAP has given a deadline that till 2028, every company has to migrate from traditional database to HANA database. If not, maximum 2030. Earlier, when the COVID was not there, they have given 2027 was the deadline. Because of COVID effect, pandemic effect, they have extended the deadline till 2028 to till 2030. Means support will be there, paid support will be there till 2030. And after 2030, all companies need to migrate from traditional database to HANA database. And how our lives would be in the sense, again, I'm telling you, the people who are looking for change their this thing from now, almost all we are in non-IT sector. And if you, as a commerce graduate, maybe you people are from commerce background only, most of them, right? If we want to see, for earlier, there was no scope to move from to move to IT unless until we have done our BTech or BSc or whatever it is. But this particular ERP sector, SAP, has provided us, facilitated us commerce people to migrate ourselves from non-IT to IT software side. Clear? And again, I'm telling you, how would be the market? If people have done SAP codes from Amirpet and they won't get success, they are spreading in the market that there is no scope and no life for SAP. But it's absolutely wrong. There is 0%. The person who is saying this means it means that they are having a 0% knowledge on SAP. Clear? What I am looking in my current organization is nothing but, again, I'm telling you, 2023, we are having total 180 projects in pipeline. 180 projects. Only for one organization, I'm telling you. Across the globe, if you take only in India, there are number of companies, there are number of SAP partners are there. Each and every company minimum having minimum 70 to hundreds of projects in the pipeline. Right now, I have, again, I'm telling you, right now I am having almost all once. Earlier it was having 220 profiles. Now I'm having 160 profiles on FICO. And our target is to complete by December 31st. We need to fill at least 50 people for FICO. But whatever interviews we are doing, I'm not supposed to record this, but still I'm telling you upfront that most of them, whoever are attending, they mentioned 5 years, 10 years experience, but either they are attending interviews as a proxy interviews, or the person who doesn't have a zero knowledge, but they are still attending the interviews. Every day I'm taking 20 interviews, but out of that, I'm not able to make out productive one at least. The pressure is increasing on us because the profiles are like that, either proxy or whatever. See what we are looking, what is the instructions we got from our product owners or whoever it is. At least 40% knowledge if people have, then that is enough. Whatever questions you are framed, out of that, at least if they are able to make out at least 60%, then that is enough. But still we are not getting. That's what I'm saying. So again, I'm telling you, till 2028, on the only sector in IT side also, only the SAP side, the market will be open till 2030. The market will be opened. You will get end user level jobs, forget about it, because everything is going to be automated now. Most of the projects are automated. My previous company, my last before company, project has came to me to do automation on one particular this thing. Because majority projects for end user level, the things would be worst. Again, I'm telling you, the people who are working as an end user, I'm telling you, this is the right opportunity to make yourself to migrate from non-IT to IT. This is the opportunity. And the fundamental rule to get success for this, in the sense, again, I'm reiterating, don't take me wrong. Only the thing is, no logic is required. No logic is required for this. No programming knowledge is required for this. Not at all. No programming knowledge is required. Only the basics of accounts are required. That is financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting. So if you want to dedicate it for FI part, then if you require only 15 to 20% of accounting, financial accounting knowledge, but you want to see yourself as FI consultant and as well as CO consultant, then CO consultant, if you want, then you need to have a management accounting knowledge and as well as a cost accounting knowledge. Right? So, okay, if you don't have that, also not an issue. Again, I'm telling you, maybe we have done our graduations and post graduations or whatever a long back. We might have forget our basics also. But this particular course, we are, as I said, that we are going to include both ECC and as well as S4HANA. That's nothing but HANA, S4HANA. Both the things we are going to cover. And apart from that, we are not only restricted to FICO, we are going to cover module of 20% and SD module of 20%. Why? Because once you stepped out, then the things would be little changes. So at that particular time, the people who are having, apart from FI, apart from CO, if you have any other added module knowledge is there, then that would be given priority. And same time, apart from this, again, I'm telling you, you know ECC, you know S4HANA, you know what we call finance, controlling, and SD module. And apart from that, once you are cleared your interviews and you have started your career as a consultant, then sometimes we need to go to the client place. Then at that particular point of time, we need to understand their business processes, right? So we need to understand, we need to just end down, we need to go down at entry level. So for that particular thing, we are going to cover, means whatever experiences I'm getting in my day-to-day job. So everything I'm including in this particular course. So that's the reason we are included the manual accounting, that is nothing but financial accounting. What is the requirement? How to manage and how to satisfy the customer, client, right, with our accounting skills. So we are covering that's also financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting on your fingertips. So you won't feel that once if I stepped into, like if I hit the floor, like am I able to sustain or not? Because people will say that, okay, learning is different and implementation is something different. No, whatever we are doing, okay, if you practice, again, as I said, that the success mantra for in SAP is only the practice part. If you don't have a time, then don't take this particular course. If you have a time, again, I'm telling you, for example, if it is a weekend batch, 2.5 hours or 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 5 hours, then what? Give me 1 hour every day or total 5 extra hours in a week. That could be in a weekdays or on a weekends, apart from the class timings. Then that is enough. However, we are going to provide the material. And again, I'm reiterating, I'm not going to provide any sort of post-mortem material, like whatever it is there, because every weekend I'll attend few SAP webinars, seminars, global SAP seminars. Okay, I'm having that badge, so I'll get some links and I have a permission to attend. So whatever new roadmaps provided by SAP, and the same thing I'm including in our course. So that's the reason I won't forward any what we call traditional material kind of thing. So I'll work every day on the material part. Every day. Whenever I have a time, immediately I'll pitch in and I'll change my material. So that in future, if you attend any sort of interview, you're not supposed to feel that, okay, we have done some traditional things, but here something is different. No, once you stepped out from this particular course, then you're not supposed to feel that whatever they are asking, we are not aware of it. At least 70 to 80% you will answer. Again, I'm telling you. Our expectation is 60%. Our, in the sense, the interviewer expectation is nothing but 60%, but at least you will answer 80%. That I can assure. When we need to practice more and more and more. This is the only mantra to get success, nothing else. It's most easiest thing, SAP, FICO, whatever we are doing, it's damn easy thing. But only the practice part is, because it's an ocean, we need to remember a lot of things. So when we can able to remember, in the sense, only when we do our practice part. And again, I'm telling you, no one will be the masters in this particular area. No one will. The person may have 15, 20 years of experience. Clear? But even he is not a master in that. I'm telling you. Even whoever is taking your interview, Even he knows very well that he's also not a master. Clear? So the same thing what I did is, for once you are done with this particular course, I'll assist you how I know how to make your resume perfect, attractive to your interviewer. That's it. And one more thing what I have done is I have prepared few questions, interview questions. So mean whatever position you are going or whatever round you are attending, right? Whatever role you are attending, right? For that, I have prepared few 70 questions from across 2 modules, right? From that only you are going to get 90% questions. And out of that, you need to give answers up at least 60%. That's it. So, okay, if you give answers, as I said that the day one, I can give you the 70 questions with answers, you will mug it up and you can give the answers and you will go to the floor. Not an issue. Again, I'm telling you, if I give you that answers now, questions right now, you can prepare and you can 2 days preparation time and you can attend your interview. But what would be the problem? Why the practice part? In the sense, on the floor, if you want to sustain, then the practice is mandatory. That's the only thing. Yeah. Any other questions from you? So the market is open till 2030, and after that also it will be there, but we can see our experiences and all. And package side, again, I'm telling you, the things are the financial things. The most matters is financial things. But again, I'm telling you, probably if you are in 7 lakhs package, you can expect up to 15 to 16 lakhs. You are in 14 lakhs package, then definitely you can expect around 25 to 30 lakhs. I'm telling you, it again depends upon your package. Again, in IT companies, what is the thing is, at the time of entry only, whatever company you are going, that time only you can expect almost all 100% hike or minimum 70 to 100% hike. But once if you join the organization, next year appraisal, you can't expect much. It would be in single digit only. So that's the reason in IT, people won't work for longer period. They will try to change as much as possible. That is the only, that was the rule is there. 110% hike people got it. Our students, 110%. And even more than that also. So financial part, no issues. And here, most of the organization, we won't have any sort of micromanagement, and maximum flexibility will be there. According to what I am doing is, my organization given me complete freedom, and whatever tasks are there. See, the team which reports to me are not in India, and to whom I report, even he is not in India. So I'm the only person who is in India. So that's the reason I need to attend 1 meeting in a day. That evening, the common time is 7 to 7:30 IST Indian Standard Time. That time I need to be there. And remaining things, they will post their queries, their issues. I need to resolve and I need to send them back. That's it. Yeah, this is about. Any questions? So probably next week, I'll show you like how the certification and what is our course content. Clear? As I said, that course content in the sense from pin top to bottom, everything we are going to cover. That I'll give you the assurance. Yeah. Now it's a forum is open for you. Any questions you can please.
So, Naveen, you are into what role in your current organization?
I'm a lead consultant.
Okay, like what are your
My next would be a project lead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, like can you just tell me in depth like what you do?
What I'll do is actually I'm having a team of 18 members who reports me. Clear? So the thing is actually I have joined in the middle. So that's the reason this is now, for example, as I said that I am into 2 different projects. One is Apple project, another one is Chevron. My clients, 2 clients are there. So here Apple is completely into see, SAP provides standard transactions, clear number of standard transactions, but Apple require their own customized transactions, customized reports. Okay, so you are working as an end user, right? You know that F110.
Yeah, Naveen, I know.
Why?
Yes. Payments.
Payments, right? What is
Payments.
ZF110?
Huh?
ZF110?
No, I
To
don't have.
extract
No
the
idea.
payment which we have done, the
No,
payment ID.
F110 is also the same thing, right? See,
Yes.
I'll give you this two simple things. F whatever transaction codes, whatever sorry, whatever transaction codes, whatever reports starts with Z or Y, Z or Y, those are not SAP standard one. Apart from these two letters, whatever reports, whatever transaction codes are there, all are SAP standard one. Means F110 is SAP standard one. ZF110 means customer is not satisfied. He wants some sort of modifications. Clear? So they want some sort of change in that modifications. Then we give as Z transactions, Z reports. Clear? So simple. If you are looking at this, F110 is nothing but SAP standard. ZF110 is nothing but, it's not SAP standard one. This ZF110, the organization wants some sort of modification. So that's the reason it is given as a Z. So in my Apple project, I'll do the same thing. I'll take the customer, this thing. I'll see, I want to develop the transactions and everything. We won't do that. It's not our consultant part. We won't write any program. So what we will do, we will take the requirements of customers. If they want not SAP standard one, they want some specification of their own, then what we will do, we will give it to ABAP programmer. Again, I'll tell you, that is a technical team will be there who designs. SAP screens are developed in the backend that will be written in a programming language called ABAP, Advanced Business Application Program. Mostly next week I'll explain completely regarding that. Okay, they will take
ABAP.
requirement from me. Yeah, ABAP. That is a programming language which is developed in COBOL language. So we will give the customer requirements to them. We will explain them that the customer required these kind of things. Clear? And they will develop the screens according to the customer requirement. And I will check and I will configure according to customer requirement in SAP standard. Hope you got.
Yeah, those are in those who are in technical field. So they have this ABAP knowledge. They should.
Yes, they
know
need
ABAP.
to have at least ABAP language knowledge they required. Right? ABAP in the sense the programming knowledge is required. Logic is required. At least they know, it should know minimum C, C++ and Java. Clear?
Okay.
For us, it's not required. We are not going to write in a single line program. Whatever
correct.
customer is there, we will see whether it is there in standard SAP or not. If it is not there, then we will explain the same thing to ABAPer. Okay. And they will write the program in the backend and they will update the screens. And we see and where we need to configure. That we will do it and we will test it and we will show to the customer. Once the customer satisfies, then we will move that to production system. Clear, everyone? So this is the role what I'll do in implementation side now. Apple is completely Z reports they want, means their own format reporting structure they want. They want their own, mostly they'll look for this one. Reporting is Z reports only. So whatever latest version is going to come in next September, so that would be completely on SAP. I'll tell you S4 HANA. I'll tell next week, if it is then it would be overloaded for you people. Next week we will see in depth what exactly is S4 HANA and how it is over superior over ECC version. What is the benefits we are going to get? See, earlier, if I want to use ECC1, if I have a laptop, if I want to see the reports, then I should have a SAP access and I should have a laptop, then only I can view it. But with the introduction of S4 HANA, so whatever we are seeing in our laptop in front of us, that is called GUI, graphical user interface. Hope you know that, right? But SAP came up with a new concept with SAP Fiori apps. Right? For example, if you want to post an entry, what you will do, which transaction code you will do?
Myro.
Miro or FB60, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
in SAP, there is two concepts are there in SAP for HANA. One is GUI. GUI, we can do it, or Fiori apps. So for example, GUI in the sense, same, the transaction codes, we need to do it. But I'm new to SAP. I'm new to SAP. I don't know these transaction codes and all. So what we will do, I can go for Fiori apps. What is Fiori apps in the sense? Like it will be a tile based. Means if you want to go to outgoing, outgoing invoice or incoming invoice, you need to type incoming invoice. You need not to remember this transaction codes and all. You can type, there is a search bar. You need to type incoming invoice or outgoing invoice. Incoming invoice is nothing but your vendor is sending invoices to you. So you will type it as a vendor incoming invoice. When you press enter, then that your Miro screen will be open. And you can enter the data, whatever data you want, you can save it. So tile based, most user friendly. So you need not to remember any transactions nor anything. Supplier outgoing payment instead of what we call instead of F110, ZF110 or ZF110, instead of that, you will do it as in supplier outgoing payment. You will type it, the screen will be opened, and whatever you want to enter the information, you will enter and you will throw it out. That's it. So we call it as in Fiori apps. It's a tile based. It's not like transaction code based. So it's more easy than this thing, the first time users. Clear? That's the reason I said that would be like once the concept is introduced, then definitely the end user jobs would be in difficult situation. Any other questions? Hope I have answered your question. Hello?
Yeah, Naveen.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone?
So, SAP consultant does the automation as well,
Of course,
according to
we'll do
the
automations.
client requirement.
We'll do automations.
Okay.
As I said that one particular client, not Apple, other client, I'm supporting automation only, automation team only. Our team is supporting automation team only. Tosca, automation tool. As I said, testing project, right? So in that testing, we are doing automation testing only. Again, I'm telling you, automations may come, but it's not going to affect our SAP consulting positions. It affects only at end user level.
Okay, Naveen.
Yeah. That's the reason I advise whoever my friends who are working as end user level, I'm advising them, stating that just try to move on as soon as possible from that particular sector to this sector. Because I know I'm attending all the webinars, those things, global things. So I'm able to get awareness that when the market is going to be and different levels. Yeah. Any other questions from anyone?
No, Naveen, no questions.
I know it's too much. 2.5 hours on 2:30 to 5 o'clock.
No, Naveen, it was very informative. Actually, we need to know all these things.
Yeah, Naveen.
So next week also we will have at this time only, like for a few days. We'll see that next accordingly as per your convenience. So the things would be next week also, but we will see in depth next week the things.
Yeah.
Sure. Naveen,
Well,
next week we'll have it on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Saturday and Sunday,
Both the
both the days.
Okay. Yes. Sure.
Okay, I'll share this
And
recording also.
Naveen, one more thing. Is this PPT will be shared with us?
The PPT will share on next after
Okay,
Sunday.
fine.
Okay, this will be
Okay,
shared.
fine.
This complete material will be shared.
Okay, fine. Thanks, Naveen.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, team.
Have
Bye.
a nice. Yeah, bye.
Bye, Naveen. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, all.
Yeah, bye, Naveen. Bye.
Thank you, Naveen. Bye. Bye, team.
Thank you.